language. I am no means an authority on it, and there's probably more I don't know than I actually do. But I'm going to give it a go anyway. So I think the first thing that people don't realise about Scotland specifically is that the language that we use is obviously a variation of English, but it also varies from region to region within Scotland. So for example, a person in Aberdeen doesn't sound the same as someone from Glasgow or someone from Edinburgh, for example, and it's not just accent, it's actually the words that we use as well. People from different areas of the country will use different words for the same thing, and that can be confusing. There's certain Scottish words that even I have to think, wait a minute, what does that mean? I think a good example is the number 1. So depending on whereabouts in Scotland you are, you can pronounce it 1, wan, ein, een, or yin, and that all means 1. So one of those, whatever means, can I have one of those cakes, means can I have one of those cakes. But if you say can I have yin of those cakes, it also means can I have one of those cakes. It just depends on whereabouts you are. And sort of in the West Coast, then if you're talking about a little kid, like you would say a Wean, a little Wean. If you're talking about a kid in the east of this country, then they're a Bairn. So yeah, it's quite confusing. This is actually really difficult to think how to word. So it'll be a wee bit all over the place. I'm sorry about that. Another example is in Aberdeenshire, a girl is a Quine and a boy is a Loon, but no one else uses that in any other part of the country. That is exclusive to the Aberdeen region, and that's a sort of sub-language of Scottish called Doric, and it's trickled down, so there are certain words that are Doric words that have trickled down through all the regions, but it is mainly used in Aberdeenshire. So it really is a random language. It's difficult. I feel sorry for tourists trying to learn what we're talking about. A lot of the time they have no chance, because they'll think that they know what something means when they visit Glasgow, and then they'll moonlicht is moonlight, the nicht is tonight. So it's basically just saying the moon is beautiful and bright tonight. Another more recent famous Scottish saying is Gonnae no do that, which basically means please don't do that. Gonnae is sort of like going to, as in are you going to no do that, not to do that. So are you going to not do that, which is like a bit of a, we speak backwards, but yeah, it literally means please don't do that. And one of my favourite Scottish sayings, I use it all the time, is Haud, wheesht, which means, it basically means be quiet. Haud is a Scottish for saying hold, and wheesht, if you're told to wheesht, it literally means shh. So to Haud wheesht literally it sort of means hold your tongue, I suppose would be the English translation, or shut up. It's not so polite, but Haud wheesht I think sounds much more pleasant than shut up. Well, unless you know what it means, but even when you do know what it means, someone says, oh God, you're wheesht, that just means like, oh, be quiet rather than shut up. So I think it's nice. I like saying Haud wheesht. Other phrases, my mum always used to say, what's for you will no go by you, which means what's for you won't go past you. Like what will be, if it's meant to happen, it will happen. Mum said that all the time, and I like that. What's for you will no go by you. Or if someone ever says lang may your reek, that literally means long may your chimney smoke. Lang means long, and your is your chimney, and reek has various definitions, but it literally means smoke or smell in this example, and that lang may your reek literally means may you live long and stay well, may you always have heat and food and comfort, I suppose, because a smoking chimney means a warm home and food cooking, and I think that's where that comes from. Another one is Mony a mickle, max a muckle, which I suppose it doesn't actually make any sense. There's no point in breaking those words down, because a muckle is a lot, and Mony is saying many. It's just a way of saying many. So Mony a mickle, max a muckle, it basically means watch the pennies and the pounds will take care of themselves. If you start saving small, it builds up. So don't feel bad if all you can save is like a small amount, because it will soon build up. So you should always save for a rainy day, basically. One that I think is funny is if you see someone whose trousers are too short, people say, is the cat deid? Sorry for the gap there, my camera cut off. So, I was saying, if you see someone whose trousers are too short and they're sort of up around their ankles, people say, oh, is the cat deid? Which literally means, is the cat dead, or has your cat died? And it's like, if when someone dies and they fly a flag at half mast, it's like your trousers are flying at half mast, because they're halfway up your leg, which is really mean, actually, but I think it's really funny. Sorry, I just think that's hilarious. Scottish people have a sort of really dry, sarcastic sense of humour. You might have noticed we're a bit mean sometimes. So yeah, and twirl or spin. Blether. I was always told I was a blether in school. It means to chatter. If you're a blether, you talk a lot, and if you're blethering, it means you're chattering away. Crabbit means you are bad-tempered. He's awfully crabbit, that wee man. Means he's quite bad-tempered and mean. Reek means damp or dismal weather. So a dreek day is a horrible wet day, and if you've ever been to Scotland you'll know those are quite common. Egypt is idiot. You're an idiot. That's also Irish, but Scottish and Irish language have a lot of similarities. Clatty means dirty. If you say that something's clatty, it means it's dirty. Mingin means smelly. Glaikit means stupid. If you're told you're glaikit, it means you're stupid. It's an insult. Callous is sort of like having a swagger, like a callous guy. It means, or a callous girl, sort of like confident, cocky is callous. And if someone tells you they're going to give you a scalp, it means that you're going to get smacked. I'll give you a scalp any more of your cheek means I'll give you a slap if you don't stop being cheeky. Another one of my favourite words is shuckle, which means to shake something. To give it a shuckle is to give it a shake. I love that word. And I think the last two that I'm going to fit in for this 15 minutes is if someone says amor, it means I am, or I don't know why. Amor, I amor means yes I am, and amorne means I'm not. So that's just a tiny little bit of Scottish for you. I hope that some of this made any sense, and I will try and think of more